the disappearing middle-class unit. In recent years, the housing market's focus has narrowed to smaller, high-end units, leaving middle-class families with fewer options than ever. The majority of new apartments are now one-bedrooms or efficiencies. According to the NAB, about 77% of new multifamily units fall into this category, a sharp contrast to the 35% share of three-bedroom units seen as recently as 2010. Today, only 12% of new apartments are built with 3 or more bedrooms, making it increasingly difficult for families to find adequate space. This shift has real consequences for those who need more than just a small place to sleep. The average rent for a 3-bedroom luxury apartment now stands at $5,200 a month, a figure that's out of reach for most households. In many major cities, these rents exceed the median household income, forcing families to either stretch their budgets to unsustainable levels or look far outside the city for something affordable. In places like Los Angeles and Miami, 3-bedroom rents can climb even higher, pushing families to spend well over half their income on housing or endure long commutes from distant suburbs. The shortage of larger units is not just an inconvenience, it's a structural problem that shapes the way people live. For every new 3-bedroom apartment built, developers add several times as many studios and 1-bedrooms. The result is a market that doesn't match the needs of the population. According to the Harvard Joint Center for Housing Studies, more than 22 million renter households are now considered cost-burdened, spending over 30% of their income on housing. This pressure is especially acute for families, who often end up doubling up in smaller units or living in overcrowded conditions. Developers often point to market demand as the reason for building so many small units, but the data suggests otherwise. In cities where 3-bedroom apartments are available, they tend to lease faster than studios, according to CoStar's leasing data. Families actively seek out these larger spaces, but the supply simply isn't there. The real driver is profit. Dividing a building into many small units generates more rental income per square foot than creating family-sized apartments, even though the construction costs are similar. Zoning and city incentives further reinforce this trend. Many municipalities offer density bonuses for maximizing the number of units on a given lot, which naturally pushes developers towards small apartments. A high-rise with hundreds of studios is more profitable and easier to finance than a building with fewer, larger homes. Lenders also evaluate projects based on projected rental income per square foot, rewarding layouts that maximize the count of high-rent, compact units. The result is a housing system that leaves middle-income families squeezed from both sides. Those earning too much to qualify for subsidized housing, but not enough to afford market-rate 3-bedrooms, find themselves with limited choices. Many end up in aging, unrenovated apartments that come with their own set of problems, or they move further away from jobs and schools in search of something affordable. Demographic changes are adding to the strain. As millennials reach their peak family-forming years, the demand for larger units is only increasing, yet the market continues to deliver mostly studios and 1-bedrooms. Even when cities introduce policies requiring a minimum number of family-sized units, developers often place these apartments in less desirable parts of the building, making them less attractive to potential renters. The shortage of middle-class, family-friendly apartments has ripple effects throughout the housing market. Families who can't find suitable rentals compete for 2-bedroom units, pushing up rents and crowding out smaller households. This displacement contributes to the broader crisis of affordability and overcrowding, while new luxury studios often remain vacant. As the housing market continues to prioritize small, high-rent units over livable family homes, the disconnect between what's being built and what people actually need grows wider. This mismatch isn't just the result of market forces or changing tastes. It's increasingly shaped by decisions made far from the neighborhood.